Hi, it's Nico Anabajo. I just wanted to talk about Lewis Hamilton. Three-time world champion has had two very good races, and the momentum is with him. So can he keep that going into the qualifying and the race? Qualifying tomorrow is going to be. I don't know if it's going to really be crucial from a Mercedes perspective because, judging by what's running that's happened today, he is looking like it's going to be a Mercedes front row, barring any problems in qualifying mechanical issues. It looks like it's going to Mercedes front row. So even if he doesn't manage to get on pole, I think he's still going to have a very good chance of going into this race and taking maximum points. But yeah, Lewis Hamilton, he's had a great run, hasn't he? He had a bad run at the start of the season, four races where the luck wasn't going his way, and his teammate capitalised. And now, unfortunately, he retired in Spain. Obviously, we don't want to go into too much detail in Spain. We know what happened. The two teammates collided. And then in Monaco, had a great drive. Canada again had a great drive. And now we're at Baku, Azerbaijan. 9 points behind his teammate. And will be looking to close the gap to 2 points if he wins and Nico Rosberg comes second. And it could be all to pay for going into Austria. But yeah, Lewis Hamilton this year, he's I think been the most relaxed I've seen Lewis probably in his entire career. When he started at McLaren, he was under the tutelage of his father, and there's a lot of maybe stresses and pressures that you can't exhibit while you're under the very very tough and steady management of a great man like Anthony Hamilton. Then he came away from that, and obviously his 2011 year where it didn't particularly go well for him, and stuff with Nicole and stuff like that, and then he went to Mercedes, and 2013 was a great year, and 2014 and 15 as well. And I just think since he's gone to Mercedes, it's been such a great move for him. He's got the freedom and the carefree attitude to be like, okay, well, this is it. Whatever happens, happens. And especially this year, even after the not really being so far behind in the World Championship, he still had the greatest mentality to be like, okay, well, you know what? This doesn't really matter. There's so many races left. And I think Lewis before that would have been a bit, more annoyed, angry if he had a bad race. But he seems to just take things on his stride and take it on his chin. But where can the race be won and lost for him this weekend? Obviously, I guess topping FP1 and FP2 is fantastic. It's a great start. But I did see that he was not really comfortable. Made a lot of mistakes and going off track and not really feeling comfortable with the balance of the car. If that happens in qualifying in the race, then it could be costly. That could be the difference between being on pole and being down in fifth, ninth. Especially with how rapid this track is, and in the race as well. Just making a mistake. If Rosberg's 5 seconds behind, you go and lock it up and you're down the escape road. That's the difference between you winning a race or not. So I think the key today and the key tomorrow and the key for Sunday, especially I think after today, will be not to make a mistake. The key today was to kind of get to know the track, get to know your braking points, get to know where the limits are. It really starts to ramp up tomorrow and Saturday for qualifying. FP3 is the last chance for the guys to hone their setups and hone their cars, and then the action gets underway for qualifying. If Lewis can get the front row, I think that will be perfect. Obviously, I'm sure he has the pace, considering that he's top to the two FP1 and 2 sessions. His teammates are not going to be too far behind, and I think it's a Mercedes fight for pole position at the moment. And it's about not making a mistake, because if he starts on pole and goes into the lead and takes the lead, I think then it's about keeping the concentration up and not winning. But then also looking behind, because his teammate's going to be really strong and will be challenging him as well. For both Mercedes drivers, I think it's important not to clash at the first corner. Spain and Canada, there's been contact, and either one or the other Mercedes or both Mercedes have been hindered from that. I think both of them just need to have a clean first corner, make sure that they get out of turn one well, and then maybe 2 or 3 laps down the line, start jigging it out for the win. Fighting for the win as well. and making sure that they both have fun. That's the most important thing about racing is fun. Have fun. Enjoy your racing. Enjoy driving a Mercedes, which can go to every track, a new track even, and still be fastest. That's the beauty about it. You were in a fast car. But yet, for him, I think we all know that Lewis has got natural speed, talent, and ability. He showed it today in FP1 and 2, going to a new track and still being at the top. So I think for him, the things that for him he has to do is obviously beat his teammate, which I don't think is ever an easy job. But he's going to beat his teammate to pole position, and that's one half of the job done. Get into turn 1 before his teammate, have a good start. Both Mercedes didn't have a very good start in Canada. Have a good start and keep out the barriers. I think that one is crucial. This Baku City circuit is absolutely unforgiving if you make a mistake. I think even more so than Monaco. Monaco, you maybe have a slight chance to kind of rest. If you make a slight mistake, then you've got a bit of a chance. But with this, in some areas, there's no chance. If you run wide, your race is either over because you've gone down an escape road, and by the time you've got back, I think the field's going to be so bunched up in the early stages that if you make a mistake in the early stages, you're finished. In terms of that, by the time you come out, you'll be last, and that could be the difference of your race being won or lost. And also, if you make a mistake, like you with Daniel Ricciardo in first practice, and you just clip a barrier or a wall or something, and you're out, and that's your race done, then that could be the difference as well. So I don't think it's going to be an easy Grand Prix for Lewis, but yeah, definitely keep it out the wall and bring it home. And even if you can't win, get some solid points, because the championship's not going to be over. But the fight between his teammates is going to be quite interesting, and that will continue tomorrow for FP3 and qualifying, where hopefully Lewis Hamilton can get pole position or a front row start for Mercedes. But definitely that battle with his teammate is going to be one to look for tomorrow.